I think it's nice for us. It's a lot of miles and it gets us a lot of manoeuvres, so it helps us improve. And it's only one leg's worth of points. So, and I'm hoping we can be, a consistent result. Obviously, on the podium would be great. That's our goal.
I started doing the Volvo race. I got interested in the Whitbread in that time because Connie had a documentary. There was the end of the race was like half an hour, and that was probably the only footage what you saw of an entire race. But for Holland, it's just it's a must in our opinion, because the last race there was not an entry, there was not a single Dutch sailor in the race, and I think all the guys here agree that it is just doing huge for sailing generally in your home country.
For sure, for them it's difficult. They don't really know where they are going. And when you see the movie from Volvo Ocean Race, you can be afraid, but I think they will be okay, and they are very proud. Yeah, for sure, for them it's very important to represent China, and they have a pressure on their shoulders. But we all have some, and but I'm sure they will be. That's why we choose them. They are very strong.
I'm feeling more relaxed than ever. I don't know exactly why, but everything is going okay, and we were able to do everything we planned. So we are feeling better than what we always expected to be here. I'm also feeling a little bit like Nico, no? Like we just try to learn as much as we can, quick, without losing many points to the guys who have more experience this time with these boats.
We know we've got a lot to learn. I think you can start from the Med, which is pretty unpredictable. Getting out through the Gibraltar Straits is always tricky. I think we could have some tricky decisions to make just after that, looking at the weather forecast as it's lining up. And then obviously we've got the doldrums to get through, which I've been through a few times, and sometimes it's easy, other times it's very challenging, so that could be tricky, especially this time of year. And then the St Helena High, which is in the South Atlantic, again, that could put some question marks in the navigators' heads as to how to get across that or around it. And then finally, for us, it's not so much a challenge. The bit we're really looking forward to is getting into the Roaring Forties and hopefully hooking on to some strong wind to sail across towards Cape Town.
I think we're all desperate to sail against the other boats and learn as fast as we can, because as Nico quite rightly says, this is just one leg of a long race, and you'd probably exchange a position or two for a lot more learning that would help you in the rest of the race. The other big challenge, I think, looking at the weather, is getting out of here. It's going to be really light, or the latest forecast. I haven't looked this morning, but certainly yesterday it was looking very light out of here. On the wind through the straits, and then pretty light and random after that as well, possibly. So, as Nico also says, that's going to be a real leveler. When it's light and fiddly, I guess you've just got to make sure you don't get left behind. It can happen pretty fast in these boats. So, I think the challenge is staying in touch and learning as much as you can, and giving yourself a chance of doing well once you get down south and get some strong wind.
I think a good one. You always like to do well, but at the same time, it doesn't really translate to what we're about to go do. But I think it's kept, a positive attitude amongst the guys over the course of the week. But we've definitely shifted focus towards Cape Town and kind of prioritized what we're actually here to go do, which is some of the ocean racing legs.